Hi, Jerry Mona with BoaterInput. You know, it's that sad time of year where many boaters across the country are getting ready to put their boat away for the winter season. If you happen to live in a cold climate where you need to store your boat for, say, 3 months or more during the winter period, then it's important that you properly care for your batteries. Improper storage can destroy or degrade your batteries, which will cause issues for you next spring. So in this video, I will explain how to care for your boat batteries, whether you have lead acid batteries or lithium, to help you avoid costly mistakes during the winter storage period. So let's start with lead acid batteries. Whether that be flooded, AGM, or gel, the process is pretty much the same. There are a few key things you need to know about lead acid batteries that can impact how you store them. For one, lead acid batteries do not like to be kept below 100% state of charge for long periods. Doing so may lead to sulfation, which could permanently reduce their capacity. Also, lead acid batteries will self-discharge at roughly 5% or so per month, and so they can be fairly depleted if left unattended for long periods of time. And then finally, lead acid batteries actually can freeze in very cold temperatures if they are partially discharged. This could permanently damage or even ruin your battery, so you need to be careful about that. So, given these things, here are a few tips to care for your lead acid batteries over the winter. The first thing you should do is to disconnect your battery from the boat. And if possible, remove it completely and store it inside or in a cool, dry location. This prevents any small onboard electrical draws or parasitic draws from draining it, and prevents exposure to extreme temperatures. Second, if you have a flooded lead acid battery, check the water level inside your cells and make sure that they are full. If not, add a little bit of distilled water as needed to cover the plates, but be careful not to overfill it. Third, you should charge your battery to 100% before storage. A fully charged lead acid battery is far less likely to freeze, and it helps prevent sulfation that we talked about earlier. And sulfation is what happens when batteries are kept less than 100% charged for a long period. Fourth, be sure to check your battery periodically and recharge it as needed over the winter. As I mentioned earlier, lead acid batteries naturally self-discharge roughly 5% or so per month when not in use. Therefore, it's important to check on them about every 4 to 6 weeks or so and top them off as needed to get back to that 100% level. Now, you can plug your battery into a charger and kind of forget about it if you have the proper type of charger. That is, if you have a smart charger or what's called a battery maintainer, but not a trickle charger. You see, a traditional trickle charger constantly pushes a small current into the battery even after it's full. That might sound good, but over time it can actually overcharge your battery, causing it to lose water, corrode the plates, and shorten its lifespan. A smart charger or a maintainer, on the other hand, monitors the voltage and automatically switches to a safe float or maintenance mode once the battery is full. That keeps it topped off without overcharging it. So if you plan to leave the charger connected to your battery over the winter, always use a smart charger or a battery maintainer, not a constant trickle charger. Now, if you have a lithium battery, or lithium iron phosphate to be exact, the rules are a bit different. And that is because, unlike a lead acid battery, lithium batteries do not suffer from sulfation and therefore do not need to be kept at 100% charge. In fact, it is actually better to keep them at around 50% capacity when storing them for long periods. Also, charging lithium batteries in really cold or sub-freezing temperatures could cause what's called lithium plating, which will permanently reduce your battery's performance. Now, fortunately, most lithium batteries have a built-in BMS or battery monitoring system to prevent you from charging in really cold temperatures, but it's something to be aware of nonetheless. So with these things in mind, here are a few tips to properly care for your lithium battery over winter. First, as with lead acid batteries, you should disconnect your lithium battery and store it inside or in a cool, dry place so that it's not subjected to extreme temperatures or moisture, which could ruin your battery. Now, if you live in a warmer climate like I do here in Texas, you don't need to bring your battery inside, but you still need to be mindful of the fact that you should not try to charge it on those occasional cold winter days. Second, most manufacturers recommend that you store your lithium battery at around 50% charge. Storing them fully charged puts more stress in the cells, which could reduce their lifespan. Therefore, unlike lead-acid batteries, you should not keep lithium batteries on a smart charger or a battery maintainer over winter, because that'll keep them at too high of a level of charge. Now, finally, lithium batteries self-discharge at a slower rate than lead-acid, but they still do lose some energy over time. So if you're going to be storing your lithium battery for a long period, be sure to check on it on occasion, and just to be safe, don't let it get down below, say, a 20% state of charge, and recharge it as necessary to keep it in that roughly a 50% charge range. So by following these simple steps, you will protect your investment and ensure your boat and your battery is ready to go next season. Let me know what your battery storage ritual is in the comments section down below, as I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please click on that like button. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel to get my weekly tips and insights to help you purchase, equip, and maintain your boat. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the water.